whether or not there's a God?
Yeah, well, that's what I thought.
I think if there is a God, I think he was very disappointed in that, whatever that was. I'll tell you that.
Oh, man. Well,
I listened for a while, and after a while, I'm like, okay, I have to keep my head in the game, so I'm not going to listen to this because it's just a mess and fucking me up right now.
Warski was having flashbacks to.
Yeah, I was. Like, no. Oh my god.
No. Now I think
it was interesting. It was entertaining. I mean, come on.
I had fun with it. I know Tom Jump has never been a part of our program here, and I understand the wanting to reach out and get me to mute somebody or whatever, but if I start muting people, that kind of throws off the whole thing here. I think I've only muted somebody. It's very rare that I would mute somebody during a debate.
Well, it's the difference. Like if you're gonna have a formal debate, then like everybody's gonna have to have a clock and you're gonna have to literally mute people. Like that's not really what we do here.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what he's saying on the one hand. On the other, I have some other things I could say about it too that I won't. All right,
what is this? His overlay issues are atrocious.
Like an Ivy League school trying to fuck a girl who goes to community college, like at a bar. But that was like a nipple rubbing version of the Ivy League. Like, I'm from Duke, man. I believe in God.
All right. By the way, I'm really fucking going crazy with the screens here. Holy shit! How does this work? Okay. Wow, it was working so.
What did you do?
I don't even know, dude. Like, this shit is insane. Oh, I know what.
What is this? The first time you've ever done a show, Ralph? What's going on here, big guy?
Yeah. All right. It's the first.
So we're gonna get a pedophilia here.
That's the problem.
Well, it's pretty obvious, but
it seems to be a major problem, actually. Okay, hold on.
Again with the fucking overlay. Lock it, nigga.
All right. Oh God! All right, somebody say something about the last debate because I can't talk about it while I fix this fucking screen. All right.
Well, they didn't really argue about
part of this show.
He's drunk. He's drunk. There's no other explanation. What the fuck is he doing, dude?
Twitch. Like, instead of watching video games, we're gonna watch other guys try to set up their live streams. Like, it's way more entertaining.
Yeah, fixing OBS.
Oh my God. Okay.
See, that needs to be a gimmick for a Twitch channel. Just an old guy and like his grandson trying to teach him how to use OBS to like stream on Twitch. And he's like trying to direct his grandfather to like set the overlays and stuff up. It would be comedic gold. Thousands of people would watch
Gator,
that.
we have the next best thing. We have the next best thing. Ralph and his audio tech on.
Oh my God!
Exactly. The next best thing.
Okay.
1.4K people were watching Ralph desperately trying to figure this one out.
No big deal. No pressure.
Nah, nobody's
Your
watching.
brain just goes off. Like, I can't even find where the X is on a window and everybody's watching.
Oh, dude. And
so
everybody's
bad.
watching too, and you're just like, oh my God, I'm so close. Okay. All right. You know what? I did get it though. It only took like 10 minutes, whatever. But I did succeed, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Mr. Dick Masterson, Mr. Andy Warski. Now, I thought it was going to be a little bit of a more formal debate. It turned out to just be a shit-flinging contest for an hour and 15 minutes. I thought it was going to be a little different, but I get paid either way, though, so whatever.
Now fix the name.
You got to fix the names, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Let's flip it around for Lollipalooza or whatever this. Let's have a very dignified debate, Mr. Warski. Let's put on bow ties.
The most distinct, like proper. We should have wore suits for this. That would be like a great juxtaposition. I just hate that my face is on a poster called Lollipalooza now. That's kind of fun. I was like,
is anybody going to get a job with that one?
Yeah.
Anybody who looks at that's going to go, well, they don't specify which one is the lolly here, so I'm going to go with probably that guy, actually.
Or it's like they're both for it or something.
Actually, they're both 1,000-year-old vampires.
Yeah. Two men saving Lolly. One picture at a time. What?
One session at a time. All right, let me read these, then we'll get into it. We'll do opening statements again. Yeah. Why not? Fuck it.
Dude.
God.
Let's see.
It's great to be back, Ralph. It feels more expensive here. What have you done with this place?
Changed the graphics here, tried to spruce it up a little bit. It's been quite the end of summer here for the kill stream. All right, let's see. How long has Tom's dick been glued to the vacuum? Ham Banana says, release the dingo, Flatland Chicken Ranch.
Yes, Dick Masterson is going to win this debate. I know everyone wants Warski to win, but he's going to lose.
After Triple Jesus' call, which was hilarious, by the way. I almost fucking completely lost it. Brazilian Huzz says, Destiny tier argument, it's real if experts wrote it. Mountain Walk says, drink so
Here's my prediction, guys. Dick Masterson is going to say, well, if you can't promote posters with children on them in scanty clothing, then what's next? He's going to go forward with the slippery slope argument that if you prevent pedophilia from being promoted, then all of a sudden you can't have free speech anymore. And Andy Warski,
Gator, can you throw that out, please? I am Methos.
I listened to that whole Dick Masterson clip, and it's going to end up being...
Wait, Tom will go to hell.
Oh, it's just a commercial.
Okay.
The cutest thing is just a commercial, bro.
And I meant to bring you in, man.
It's no biggie, dude.
I meant to get you in,
and Andy Warski is going to buckle, because Andy is, at his heart, at his core, a grifter. And he wants to be friends with Dick Masterson so that he can keep being promoted. This is not a real debate, and Dick Masterson is going to win. And they're doing this just so that it seems like Dick has a legitimate argument, which he does not have.
Jay and Stefan Molyneux went fine. What's Tom's problem? Terminal K says symbols represent real things. Video games do feed craving for violence. Here's why that's a good thing. And Bro says, how are they still going? LMAO. Tiger King 10 says, congrats, Jay. You tore this guy up. Ninja Guinea from love is a 4-letter word. Who loves you, Ethan? Jin does. Who loves Killstream? You know it. Lolly is bad for the brain. Go Warski. Uh-oh. Podcast Daddy says, prepare for Tom to throw a fit on Twitter. Nurak says, yes. All right, I think I'm almost caught up. Thanks, Ralph, for raping us before dessert. Lord Xenu WT Law says, Space Cowboy 14 says, and you are my spirit animal. Let's go. Daredevil's Advocate says, nice schoolyard debate tonight. Podcast Daddy says, man bun versus Mexican lollipalooza. Mr. Bill, I read that. Chili Dog says,
I got the Mexican? Awesome. Thank you.
Chili Dog says, Jetbat cheats at Among Us. Mr. Bill says, yay, yay, yay. Terminal Case, I read that, I believe, yes. Dove and Dev says, Dick's view on Medicare. Oh, that's not nice. Medicare's illness. He said, in the process of dying. I don't know if that's nice to say, but that's what the super chat said. I guess we could. I think everybody's sad about that.
Can we have thoughts and prayers like telethon for him? Is that? Do you think we could
Somebody
do that?
told me to do a Hill stream too for that, but I don't think
just for Jim.
I don't know that Jim would
heal the devil. The devil needs our strength.
He would hate me forever if I said something like that. I'm not good friends with him, of course. Jim doesn't have internet friends, but I've known him for a long time.
Andy has done coke. Look at his jaw.
Tell me that he would hate me.
Look at Andy's jaw.
If I said
you called him a devil.
No, if I said Heel Stream Part 2, and the thing is, you could probably get almost anybody on there if you just say it was for Jim. Heel Stream Part 2 for Jim, but I don't think that would earn his favor.
Ralph,
actually.
would you look at Lolly to cure Jim's cancer?
Oh, I'm the moderator. No. I can't add. He said no. You know what?
I'd let him go.
Sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. You're on your own.
I would let him.
What if that was the cure?
I will always keep your memory in my heart.
I will always honor your memory. As I
hear the beep, I'm like, at least I'm not watching Lolly. You know?
Put in a lot of good work. They'll always
the beep of purity.
They will always remember him through his videos. He's basically immortal already. You know. All right, let's keep going.
Yeah.
Green Danger says, love that overlay once the video is set up right. Yeah, that's the problem. But and it's kind of like, I love it too, but the windows are so big and they're like weird shape, circular. So I had to like kind of finagle it. Augie says, I swear if Warski doesn't get the W, we're about to start it. Nicholas Diorio says, Lolly is...
I'm convinced that Dick Masterson, before he does every one of his the Dick shows, he gets high on something.
Oh, no! These blistering hot takes! Oh, God!
I honestly believe so. I listened to one episode, and I think he's high.
You know what? I'm just going to start with Dick and let him give the opening statement, because why not?
I get to go first. It's give me La Liberty or give me death. That's my platform, and you guys goddamn well know it. What's up, my pedophiles? How you doing? You're a pedophile. I'm a pedophile. Everyone's a fucking pedophile. Freedom of speech, the freedom of expression is not a loophole. It exists because what's in your brain, your speech, whatever form it takes, is not action. And the day we run out of actual victims to protect is the day that I start worrying about drawings and how we're violating those drawings. I thought we were done with this satanic panic bullshit a long time ago, but this country was founded on exactly this type of offensive speech. When Abraham Lincoln said 407 years ago, that's actually a misquote. It's we've scored 4 times with 7-year-olds. That's the original quote. The original 3/5 compromise had to do with the age of consent. That's also an incorrect historical fact. I think we're in a world now where all of us are acting like WWF wrestlers, screaming at the top of our lungs about how we're the peak alpha male. And this idea we want to present is that we're the best protector possible by protecting imaginary children and not actual children who are in danger all over the fucking world. That's my point is, you guys on the right, you use pedophile like the left uses Nazi. They've been attacking video games, violent art. The fucking garbage pail kids were too offensive. The guys have actually been thrown in prison for drawing this shit, and is not on YouTube anymore. Is for exactly the same type of thinking. Hate speech is not hate. Horrible drawings, no matter how horrible they are just drawings. If you want to make an actual difference, protect actual victims. This shit's a charade for the right. It's the right's version of the Nazi meme, and I hate it. And I'm tired of getting called a pedophile. Next guy calls me a pedophile, I'm find out where you are. I'm flying to your house and I'm seducing your wife. I'll show you who's a pedophile then. All right, go ahead, Andy.
All right, there's a lot of points you made there that, I'm going to have to dissect them each one by one, but that was your opening statement. Fair enough. Actually, first of all, I'll just say that Lolicon is fucking like degenerate as hell. The fact that you're saying that it's free speech when it's not speech as it is sexualizing children. Sexualizing children using Lolicon or CP is not a form of speech. Definitely not at all. I also think that
semantic arguments
to actual speech, like the N-word or saying a political statement, it's completely two different things. Apples and oranges. Sexualizing children and speech aren't even in the same realm. And then you said you were like laughing at the fact that people were saying, "Oh, it's Nicholas DeOrio said, oh, that Lolly is porn for pedophiles," and I saw you laugh at that or something like similar. Yeah. Now I want to ask you, how is watching, and I'm assuming that these people enjoy the sexualization of young children, whether it's drawn or not, how does that make them not a pedophile?
Well, I mean, they'll tell you they're not. Like you can ask them to their face, the lolly people. This all started because Digibro called into my show and said that he watches that he's enjoyed lolly porn. And the first thing I said is, well, you don't feel that way about actual kids, do you? And he said, no, fuck no. And since then, lolly artists have emailed me the same shit. Like, no, it's never a question for me of whether it's a real kid or not. And I realized that, and people just say they think they're lying. Like, oh, that they're lying about that. And I don't know, if you're going to take the position of they're just lying, then I don't think there's really anything to debate. But I will say the uncanny valley exists. Like Leela on Futurama looks hot, but I don't want to fuck no one-eyed bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a difference in your mind between, like when you see Homer Simpson choking the shit out of Bart, you don't say, oh my God, that poor child is in danger, I need to call CPS. Or you say it's a fucking cartoon. Like I'm watching a non-reality in front of me. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So, hang on. Sorry. Cause you added that second point. Now I'm thinking about that second point. What was your first point? Oh,
you're thinking about fucking Leela from Futurama, right?
The artist. You were saying the artist, right? First of all, we have to assume that everyone saying that they're not a pedophile is not a pedophile. However, when someone someone does coke every single day and they go, I'm not a cokehead. Well, I mean, actions speak louder than words, right?
Yeah.
And even if let's just go hypothetical that every person who draws lolly is not a pedophile. Putting that at least into the world, that type of art into the world, is perpetuating the sexualization of young children. And it might even come across to people who might not have even thought of children sexually, but now they run into one of these drawings that is legal in America. It's actually illegal in Canada. But like they run into it and maybe they have a taste for it now. Oh, I like this. And I'll also comparing it to violence, like choking Bart Simpson or video games, for example. I believe the glorification or the depiction of violence is completely different than sexualizing of young children. So for video, because
but you know what? I'm sorry. I would never.
Why do I see it different?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Finish your thought, Warski. And I got a breaking news announcement that I'm going to have to read here on the show that has nothing to do with any of this. But go ahead, Warski. Finish your thought.
You got the same donation.
Video
what
games,
the fuck?
For example, most games, like I say, 99% of games, they encourage you to kill bad guys. You're defending yourself. You're saving the day. And games like Grand Theft Auto, where you are the bad guy, they actually punish you for killing innocent people. They'll give you the star system or whatever. Now, whenever
you're saying King Koopa was a bad guy?
I know.
Is that what you're?
Hang on.
Finish your thought, Andy. Finish your thought, Andy, and I'll let you get in, Dick, fully. But I got to get my. Go ahead,
please, before I lose my thought. When I'm playing a violent video game like Grand Theft Auto, I'm not going, oh, I can't wait to go out there and murder. But when people are watching lolly, they're jerking off to it. They're fucking thinking of this is their fetish. And I would say that lolly is pretty much methadone for child porn.
All right, now let me say this, and I'll let you respond all you want, Dick. So if you want to write some stuff down, that's fine. But the guy that killed a Patriot Prayer counter protester, counter riot, or whatever you want to call it, there in Portland a couple weeks ago. Vice News just did an interview with him earlier today. His name was Michael Forrest Ryan.
Oh, I don't give a fuck about this.
And they did a big interview saying that he was protecting his person of color friend, and that he acted in self-defense. Vice made a big deal out of this. This was published as a big splash earlier today. Normally, this would be a big topic on the show, but we're doing the debates tonight. According to a report from Andy No over on Twitter, the Portland Antifa shooter Michael Renal, who I just told you about, has been killed by law enforcement in Lacey, Washington. My sources are telling me U.S. Marshals went to arrest him, and he was dispatched with
some random Antifa got killed.
Prejudice, by the U.S. Marshals there.
This is so interesting. I really care about this.
Rest in piss
on Twitter, and I would co-sign that. And now I'll let you respond, Dick. But I wanted to get
Dick Masterson's draw as well. Both Dick Masterson and Andy Warski are probably high on coke.
Yes, I think we didn't save any. We didn't save any. Put a gun in his mouth. Yeah. All right. Good.
I don't know. I don't really know where to start with that. So you're saying, do you have a problem with like rape porn? Because that's very popular.
Yes.
With rape porn, I would say that is different because when the people there are consenting adults and they're acting, they're acting. This is like saying, are you? No,
okay? I'm talking about drawn, or even, what? Let's go with just straight up like written. Like if a written story about a rape that's meant to be erotic. Do you have a problem with that?
I find it disturbing, but I don't have as much of a problem as it is if it were.
Do you think it encourages rape?
I'm sorry?
Do you think it encourages rape?
I think it definitely at least may put that thought into people's minds. However, I would say because rape can be quote unquote considered a fetish, while I think that's disturbing and degenerate, it's not, because kids aren't involved. You see, when we talk about kids, we're talking about consent, and consent is children understanding. Can they understand consequence? And the idea is they can't understand consequence, therefore they cannot consent. And I believe that when you put lolly out there, you're encouraging the sexualization of children that it starts to become this almost a slippery slope. Let's look at LA, for example, right now.
Let's look at it.
A wiener, he just passed that, or they got that bill passed now to go to the higher ups.
That was San Fran, I think.
They're trying to lower now the punishment to have quote unquote consensual sex with minors of the same gender, to not so that's where the slippery slope comes from. It's like if we start allowing lolly, start sexualizing children, start allowing this into our society, we are now opening up our world to laws like this. And look at places where lolly has been completely legalized for years. You have
Japan?
Japan and Thailand. These places have the highest crime rate for human trafficking.
Japan? No, Japan is safe as fuck. Japan has like way less child sex assault than we do.
Are you sure about that?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Japan overall, I'm sure the chat can hypothesize on why Japan is so much safer than America, but they're safe as fuck over there.
Yeah, but look at their age of consent. Look at Thailand's age of consent. Look at these places where lolly is glorified. You have young people, ages 14, 13, being either prostitutes or not even prostitutes, at least sexualized to the point where if you fuck a 13-year-old in Japan, no one fucking blinks an eye. And do we want that here in the West? I say no, and I think it's degenerate. And even like, for example, your friends with Digibro, it's like if I had a friend where I went over to their house and I found a stack of lolly, I would not chill with that person. I would wonder what's going through their mind. I don't even think that even.
I mean, it would be weird if I saw that, but if I saw a bunch of actual child porn spilling out of their desk, I'd call the fucking police immediately. That is a big fucking difference.
But here's the thing, Dick. I am not saying that lolly is the equivalent or worse than child porn. Right. I think it's almost like. It's like the starter. It's like it's the
gateway
introduction.
Drug.
Yeah, the gateway drug. And you're sort of allowing people to get turned on by these images of kids. And I'm not saying all people who watch lolly are going to molest or rape or any of that stuff. What I'm saying is that there definitely is a correlation between lolly and people being attracted to minors. Therefore, maybe allowing certain things to slip through the cracks, whether in law or things like that, you know?
I think you're actually going to have to prove that correlation, because that's the same as violent video games. Like, you look at the video game and you say, oh, that's violent, there must be a correlation, but they don't. In fact, I think they prove the opposite. I don't know if I trust that study, but
sure. But
you got to prove it, though. Again, I'm saying you have to show me a study that says,
look, I'm not going all sciencey I'm going from what I know. I did do some research on this, but from what I know,
me too.
Exactly. Yeah. So,
kidding. I don't fucking look at lolly. I don't like it.
So the whole video game thing, again, we're saving the earth. We're protecting our group. We're killing the bad guys, right?
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So if there was a game, for example, where they gave you points for murdering children, and it was seen as a positive game, that murdering children, then I would have a problem with that game. Like, it would have to be.
Man, you are like, you're the problem with video games. In the 90s, you would be telling Joe Lieberman that Night Trap is evil because it depicts women getting murdered.
I'm saying ban them. I'm just saying, if there was a game that was positively representing the murder of children, I would be like, what the fuck as well? You know what I'm saying?
You'd be like, what the fuck is fine, but you're calling people, you guys are calling people pedophiles when they're literally not.
So you're, okay, I understand you've been attacked with this a lot on Twitter and stuff like that. I want to make perfectly clear that I'm not saying that you're a pedophile. That's not, or any of these people are a pedophile. What I am
I don't think
saying,
they're a pedophile either.
What I am saying is, if someone is watching lolly porn, there is a chance that they are a pedophile. Maybe they don't want to admit it fully, but they are attracted to jerking off to children.
Wait a minute. They are attracted because now you get I'll give you that that there is some amount of overlap that is non-zero between actual pedophiles and lolly. Just because statistically that'd be impossible not to be true, right? But if you're talking about virtual sexual perversions, even written, let's even get the drawings out of here and let's just say it's written, or put it in someone's imagination. Like they can sit there imagining shit all day. It is not identical to the actual real crime that is child pornography. It's not the fucking same. And to paint everybody with that brush, I think, is loading a gun that will be used and that has historically always been used on us. It is the same It's the same argument that gets us deplatformed. It's the same the hate speech. The video games cause violence. Racist jokes are racism. It's the same gun that gets used on us all the time. And by the way, since the world is run by an elite pedophile ring, I don't think they're going to finally use the gun on them. They'll just keep using it on us.
Okay, so with the thought crime, someone who thinks about it. Now, I would hope that the person who thinks about sexualizing children, I would hope that they would recognize that it is a disturbing problem that they need fixed. Now, I don't say you put the thought in their brain and put them in jail. This would be like someone in front of you at the mall pissing you off, and then you're on the escalator and you fantasize about kicking them down the fucking escalator. Like, you can have that fantasy and you could enjoy it, but I'm not gonna fucking ruin some guy's neck. I'm not gonna go to jail. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do that. And I would hope that pedophiles would have the exact same. People who enjoy lolly would have that exact same thought. And now to answer your point on words that have been used against us, I truly agree with you that these things have been used against us. Of course, I don't like.
It's the same thought process. I mean, it's the same problem. Like, oh, you guys are making racist jokes because you're racist. You guys are using those words. He's like, well,
if it's a slippery slope that certain speech gets censored to remove lolly and to fix these people, I'm okay with that. I'm not a free speech absolutionist when it comes to this.
You don't support free speech at all. Like, it's either all or nothing. You can't start chiseling away. You can't start with drawings. I mean, if you draw a line in the sand.
I didn't say I support full.
I know. If you draw a line in the sand.
Removed off of YouTube. I never cried when I was removed off of YouTube. I was like, all right, time to keep trucking and figure out a new way to do it. I don't like it, but I'm not going to cry about it. And I mean, okay, look, I'm going to say this too. This is this is a different thing, but it's still with the same point. This goes, your main argument, if I'm correct, please tell me. If I'm wrong, you can tell me. Okay. So your main thing with this, why you're defending lolly, is the free speech argument, right? Libertarian, you want all this stuff. Now, I
mean, American is the word. Yeah, it's either all or nothing. And if you draw a line in the sand that says some speech is okay and some is not, it doesn't really matter what side of that line you're on. You're a bad guy. That's
okay. Then I have to ask you, in the past, did you not get a Jesse P.S.'s Patreon removed for him saying the N-word on one of your shows? You told everyone to flag him?
What are you talking about? No, I never told anybody. I have never told anybody to flag anybody.
Like a show in the episode 90 something, you got your people to get Jesse P.S. banned from Patreon, which he did because everyone flagged him for saying the N-word. So if you're absolute, or you're,
Andy, wait a minute, you're accusing. Hang on. Shut the fuck up! You've been talking this whole time, making no goddamn sense because you're a coked out moron. You're accusing me of getting. You're accusing me of getting somebody flagged off Patreon. Do you have any fucking proof of that, you cocksucker? Do you have any proof that I told people to flag somebody, that everybody flagged him, and then that's why he got removed? Do you have proof of that? Do you have fucking proof of it, Andy? You run your fucking mouth because you came in here to lose a debate that you have no fucking idea what you're talking about. You fuck leaf, and you're accusing me of false flagging somebody? Prove it. Fucking prove it.
Audio from
fucking prove that I did it.
Okay,
fucking prove it. I'm so sick of this shit. I'm so sick of this false flagging shit. You motherfuckers get backed into a corner, and all of a sudden it's, oh, here's a bunch of shit that I can't prove. You motherfuckers with this false flagging shit. I don't know why Patreon kicked anybody off.
I'm just stating the facts.
What's the fact?
No, how about this? How about this? Okay, so you create a new platform, an alternative to Patreon, yet you don't let people that you liked on the platform. Isn't that preventing their free speech as well?
What?
You didn't let Jesse PS on and CRP on. And I understand it's in your right to do that, by the way. But if you're going to be an absolutist, be an absolutist.
Andy, absolutism with free speech is from the government. It's stopping the government from preventing you from speaking. It's not who you do business with. It's not forcing people to do business with people who number one, they know is going to fuck them over.
Not for you. Fair enough. Okay, I get your point there.
Do ya?
Yeah. You're now focusing your efforts now on just the government, but. What for thee, but not for me.
Well, they're the ones with the guns, man. They're the ones that will stop you from doing the speech. That's why the First Amendment exists. So they cannot stop you from expressing yourself as long as you're not hurting anybody.
Look, the whole idea behind the lolly. I'm not talking in the law.
I mean, honestly, man, fuck you for saying I got somebody deplatformed with no proof. That's such bullshit. That is such bullshit. That circles around the internet all the time, and people just believe it because you say it. So fuck you.
I'll get the audio if you would like.
No, get everything. Get the step-by-step proof. I did this, people did it, and then he was removed for this reason. Because that fucking clown does all kinds of shit that gets people banned. And then he just blames it on me. And there's no way to prove it.
Dick, calm the fuck down. Okay? Look, from what I saw, it looks like that, okay?
Now wait, hold on. Now wait, Andy, hold on.
Sure,
of course I like both of you guys, but now what were you saying exactly? What are you saying that Dick said? I don't know. I do know that Jesse PS makes this allocation. I really haven't looked at it. By the way, I want to say this. It's completely separate from this. Jesse PS can rot in hell, and I hope he fucking dies in a ditch. He actually showed up in my house. He showed up in my house a week ago, and he's such a bitch. I'm speaking for myself. This has nothing to do with anything you guys are talking about. I wish that fucking faggot would have came and knocked on my fucking door, because I would have knocked his fucking teeth down his goddamn throat. And I really invite him to come back to 1509 Bengal Drive here in Richmond, Virginia. You fucking piece of shit. That has nothing to do with anything. But now go ahead. Now what were you saying that Dick said? Because I really don't know what the full allegation is here. And I know people, the tempers are
around episode 90. Him and of the Dick Show. Him and Jesse were PS. And Jesse PS were having an argument, and there was something along the lines of him saying the N-word, and he got flagged down. And Dick had mentioned, I would have to get the audio and all that stuff. I'm just saying from what I remember. I apologize, Dick, if there is some instance where that is not true, and I'm willing to look at the evidence if you can. I'll double check with that. But from what I've seen, it looks sketch in my opinion. Okay. All right. Makes sense?
Yeah. Go look it up.
Okay. Fair enough. I apologize for bringing that up.
You guys are you're so fucking careless with the man's name. It's really, I mean, you're up here pounding your chest like you're a child defender, pretending that you're waging this war on behalf of all the abused children when you're not really doing a goddamn thing. But you are. But anytime you want, it's an accusation with fucking nothing. It's so fucking pathetic.
Being against Lolly and the use of Lolly is more than what you are doing. Right?
How? What are you wearing, a bracelet that says I really hate pedophiles? Do you get up every morning and roar, I hate fucking pedophiles? Do you have a support group of I hate pedophiles where it's just a bunch of fucking men sitting around telling each other how great they are for defending children? You got one of those?
I cannot fucking stay silent on this. Dick Masterson, I hope nothing but harm befalls you and your kin. I hope nothing. I hope they're enslaved and fucking... for fuck's sakes. Dick Masterson, rotten fucking hell, you disgusting, degenerate piece of fucking satanic filth. I hope you fucking fill with maggots and fester with corpulent pus before you die. I hope the rest of your days are nothing but misery-filled, disgusting... Oh, my fucking... Fuck, this is pissing me off. This is genuinely pissing me off.
I would end them all, yes. I would take them all out one by one.
You'd personally kill them?
No, I'm just kidding, obviously. What I'm saying is that me being against it and saying it's disgusting and degenerate is better and doing more than someone who's saying it's okay and all that. I'm not here to stop all pedophiles and destroy them all. I just personally think it's disturbing. And the only reason I brought you up, you saying it, was because it wasn't just like, it was like a week of you saying it. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, it's just nonstop. So I had to say something, and I had a few beers too. Right. So it's like, I'm not here to be like, I hope this debate ends all the, look, people, I'm not a lawmaker. I'm not a judge. I'm not a cop, but I can say what my gut feeling, what my personal feeling is. And what a lot of people's personal feeling is that this stuff leads to a road we don't want to go down because it's dark. And like it's getting worse and worse out there. And I don't know.
Do you even know? Do you know how out of control the actual problem of child abuse is? It's like 1 in 10 kids that goes through public education. The only thing that's
fucking believe this, motherfucker. Are you fucking kidding me? Turn on a TV, Dick, and you'll fucking see they are sexualizing your children. They do want to enslave them. And who do you fucking think runs that? Hollywood, where you're at. LA, where you're at. You know, you just made a fucking joke a couple weeks back and, oh, all these people, you can't get far in Hollywood without making jokes about fucking kids. Well, there's a reason for that, Dick, and you're fucking part of the goddamn problem, and I hope someone fucking ends you, you fucking piece of shit faggot.
stops it is having a dad around. If you don't have a fucking father at home, it's like you're like 30 times more likely to get molested or something insane like that. It's not a bunch of goddamn drawings. It's because single women don't have time to protect their kids, or they use them as bait for predators. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, sorry, I'll just say I'm not saying that Lolly is the cause for CP or children being molested. What I'm saying is it's an avenue. It's like a faucet. It's a faucet of that greater problem. And I believe that there should be I would rather people who have this problem, this issue of being attracted to kids, I would rather them go to, therapy.
Andy, it's not an issue or problem of being attracted to kids. These people are fucked up. They're demonic. They're fucking evil. It is pure fucking evil. If you do not fucking kill these people with goddamn impunity, then you are part of the problem as far as I'm concerned. Fuck.
Therapy or, whatever. Like anything but trying to look for more, horny pictures of kids, I'd rather them do that. You know what I mean? Like that's my point of view with this. I get what you're saying. Believe me, I truly get what you're saying about the all right. We do this, and then now they take away this, they take away this, they take away this. But the funny thing is, most of these platforms already took away the free speech to say the hard R, free speech to say whatever, F slur.
Well, there's more stuff they can take away. There's always more stuff they can take away.
And if
they're doing it every day.
And if it's to remove a lolly, I'm okay with that also being a piece that's removed.
Yeah. I mean, sure. I understand you don't like it. Companies are free to remove whatever they want, especially pornography. This idea that I think this idea that you guys have found, or that you maybe have found some kind of shortcut into what's going on in people's brains, and that they
I didn't. I'm not saying I did. I'm not saying I did. I'm basically. It's like I'm again perceiving. I'm perceiving what I see. I'm looking at this and I'm going. If someone is sitting there, I don't know what they're doing in their free time, but I'm assuming if they have a stack, a folder full of child porn or lolly, rather. Sorry, if they have
drawings.
Yeah. All right, drawing. I'm assuming they're jerking off to it. Most of them, right? Because it's a sexualization of the thing.
You better be careful that they don't do that to like violent pornography, because a lot of women are going to be sitting in jail as rapists if that's the case. If that's the case, they read it. They don't want to be raped.
What do you mean?
Rape porn. That's like that's a dark fantasy.
Bernie Sanders wrote about this, actually.
Bernie Sanders. Women love it. They don't want to be raped.
Actually,
they don't actually want it.
I mean, he wrote about it, but that's true. I mean, according to scientific studies and all that, a lot of women fantasize about being raped. Now, they don't actually want to be raped, quote unquote, but that, like, I don't know, the animalistic instinct or whatever, just being taken like that, I guess, there's evidence that does turn them on, yeah.
They want to know that they're hot enough to drive you so insane that you would spend ungodly amounts of money on them and or rape them. That's their ultimate fantasy.
And is that what you think kids are thinking, Dick? Do you think kids are thinking that exact same shit? I'm so fucking done with these people. I hate all of these fucking people.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead, Warski. I was just trying to get into that.
No, you good. I truly believe though that it's sick and degenerate, and I believe.
Well, I think that's part of the appeal to these people.
and I'm against that. I'm completely fucking against that. I get your point of view, the slippery slope thing, but when kids are involved, whether it be fake or real, I think just like what happened, and this is like with the normalization of the sexualization of children, why can't we keep kids innocent? You know what I'm saying?
Well, just don't show them the lolly. I mean, actually, you know what? You want to help kids? Go marry a single mom and don't.
I'm not trying to help kids. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. If someone else can do it, someone else can do that shit. What I'm saying.
No. This is so fucked up. This is so fucking wrong. I cannot fucking do this anymore. I'm sorry, people. I'm fucking sorry. But no, if you're gonna fucking want to watch this debate, fucking watch it on PO's channel. I'm fucking done with these fucking degenerate fucks. I hope they all fucking burn in hell.